If there's one story that you guys need to know to understand me better as a human being and to understand the battles that I'm going through every day, is literally this one story, okay? Basically, let's start off by saying this, right? First of all, if you guys watching this right now and you grew up in a Western country or just a first world country, you guys consider you guys very privileged, okay? When it comes to a few things, the first thing is toilets, all right? When I grew up, for every summer break, me and my family would visit my family in Iran. In Iran during that time, there was no toilet seat, all right? So you have to squat over the toilet. And me, as someone who grew up in Europe, I hated it as a child, all right? Imagine like an 8, 9, 10-year-old squatting over the toilet crying, okay? I was crying every time, all right? I'm gonna be honest with you guys right now, right here. I was crying every single time, okay? Imagine this, like this, every day, crying over the toilet, okay? That's the scenes that were happening in my grandma's, okay? Try yourself, right? Do it right now. Squat for 5 minutes, all right? But like just in that squat position, right? After 5 minutes, when you try to stand up, your legs are gone, okay? After squatting, I would stand up, okay? After squatting for 5 minutes, 10 minutes trying, I would stand up. My legs are gone, okay? So my legs were like, so I was doing this. My legs are gone. And I was trying, holding for anything I could find in the bathroom to hold on dear life, okay? To not collapse on the ground. In addition to that, during that time, when I was 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, I had brutal constipation, okay? Like, it was the worst. Like, sometimes I couldn't shit for like 5, 6 days, okay? It was terrible. Especially during that one summer that I remember vividly, like it happened yesterday. All right, I was peaking on my constipation issues. It was brutal. It was a madness, all right? I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. That's basically what happened. I remember during this one summer, that one day where my life changed, I was going to the bathroom like 5, 6 times already, but nothing would happen, right? I would go, squat over the toilet, cry my soul out, wait, stand up. I was starting to like annoy my family, right? I was at the bathroom all the time. I was crying. I would come out. I was complaining. So this one time I went, I remember it, all right? And I was squatting, and you have to imagine this, right? I was squatting, and the toilet, the door was behind me, right? My grandma came in, right? She opened the door. She was like, hey, nothing? I was like, nothing, okay? Next thing I remember is my grandma leaves for like 30 seconds, comes back in with a knife and a bar of soap. I was just like looking over my shoulders to see what's going on, but I could see she was holding a bar of soap and a knife in her hands, okay? Next thing I remember, she was carving the soap, okay? The bar of soap, okay? I was looking over my shoulders the whole time to see what's going on behind me. That's all I remember. She was carving into the soap, okay? And I was confused. I was like, what's going on? Why would you like carve a soap behind me? Why couldn't you just do it in the kitchen? Like, I didn't even know what it was for, you know? I looked over one last time, and that bar of soap was in like a triangle shape. Next thing I remember is my grandma like squats too. She just tells me, hey, Sam, listen, take a deep breath, all right? That's the only thing she told me. Take a deep breath, okay? Now, that's a life tip right now that I'm going to tell you guys. If anyone ever tells you to take a deep breath, there's a high possibility that something's entering your ass, okay? Now, I don't know about you guys, but me personally, I don't like stuff in my ass, okay? I'd rather not have stuff in my ass. Still confused, 12-year-old kid, still confused. I take a deep breath. Next thing I know is she rams that soap of bar up my ass, all right? She rams it up my ass. I'm like hella confused. I'm hella uncomfortable. I'm like, what the fuck just entered my butt, okay? All I know is she said, hey, in a few minutes you'll be okay. And I was like, what the hell was that? I called my mom. I was like, Mom, what's going on? Why is grandma putting something up my ass? What the hell's going on? 5 minutes later, my whole fucking intestines were coming out, right? I think at some point, like my intestines came out and I had to push it back in. That's how crazy the scenes were there, right? But I'm gonna say this, it worked, all right? Imagine that scene in SpongeBob the movie, where there was like hella bubbles in the bathroom. Bubbles were shooting out of my ass, okay? I was like a gun. I was like the bubbles guns, you know, the bubbles guns that you press and it shoots out. That was me, but with my butt. Anyway, long story short, ever since that day, I have PTSD when I see a bar of soap. Literally, I look at the bar of soap and I have Vietnam flashbacks. Now looking back at it, probably should have sued my grandma if I think about it. Because I don't know if that's like, I don't know, alright? That was a little weird. Anyway, long story short, be grateful for modern day medicine.